Hello and welcome back to a brand new Dreamcatcher reaction. Today we're going to be checking out their brand new album and also their title track, the entire album. The album is called VillainS or VillainS. The first track, as it is usual with Dreamcatcher, is Intro, This My Fashion, and we're all actually going to be listening to this album in order for once. Before we start, I quickly want to mention that over on the SerpentIris channel, we did a bunch of videos on Dreamcatcher that are really cool, such as like analyzing their style and even trying to make our own song in the style of Dreamcatcher. So if you haven't seen them, go and check them out. But now we're going to be listening to the intro. All right, so on the credits on the intro, we have Door, Olive, and Olander, and Pepperoni. So no big surprises here. Let's have a listen. Ooh. Interesting effect on the vocal there, and also the bit crushed distortion there on the whatever there is in the background. It's really cool. Ooh, also love the slow down there. Ooh, very distorted. Interesting. Ooh. Ooh. Is that a guitar? But what kind of processing is that? Ooh. Slap bass. Very spicy. Very interesting. So I'm losing my voice, but very interesting. So usually the intros obviously set the tone for the entire album, and this is a very crushed, very distorted, very bit crushed, especially like sound to it as well. So I'm very curious how that will like influence the other tracks. We're gonna find out by looking at the title track right now. All right, so on the title track, we actually do have a couple more people on the credits. We have Door, Maddox, Olive, Olander, and Pepperoni. So let's have a listen. This obviously is also an MV. Is that Shion? Or is that just, does it just look like her? I would like to have English. Ooh. The Dreamcatcher folder. Well, that's a cool video idea. That is a really interesting drum sound here. Also, I wonder if this is going to be, considering this is the title, considering OOTD is the title, I'm wondering if this is some sort of hook in the chorus that will reappear later, because it would be a very clever sort of songwriting technique to have this at the start if it also is in some way incorporated in the chorus. So we'll see if that happens, but... Ooh. Very distorted vocal. Ooh. I like that. The contrast is really strong because they had this part right here by Shion. It's very sort of muffled and very strongly distorted, and then Sua comes in and it's a lot more clear suddenly. Much clearer. Nice. I really like this idea of the MV with the editing going on. I think that's a really cool idea. I don't know if I've seen this ever before, but it's really cool. Ooh. Very cool melody. Okay, so filtered out again. And then back to not filtered. And this is also filtered. So they're sort of emphasizing the question-answer pattern here further with the effect of the filtering out or / distorting of the vocal. And now maybe we might go into the chorus. Ooh. Okay, so it was the hook in the intro. And then B chorus. Okay. Very interesting harmony. I like it. Okay, I want to go slightly back to before the chorus. I like the bass here that sort of comes in. The bass sort of swells in here, but this is a very interesting A chorus. Very minimalistic. There's a kick, no snare. I think there's like a hi-hat on top of the kick. And then obviously like the bass. And then this B chorus, which has a really interesting like harmony to me. I like it. It's very spicy. Oh, nice. That's also cool here. So the automa is also lines up with the kick pattern underneath, which is very cool. Automa. Okay, break in the video. Oh. Okay, I'm slightly confused by this. I'm not sure how the actual chorus sounds. I thought this would be already the start of the verse B with the automai, but then the chorus part comes in again afterwards as well. So I'm not sure if it's not just still the chorus. Guess I would need to check on Spotify afterwards or something. Ooh. Yeah, very. As I said already, but when we were listening to the intro, that usually sets the tone for the entire album, and I think you can hear it like a lot of really like heavy distortion. I mean, obviously you can say, oh yeah, Dreamcatcher always has distortion, but in this song especially, they have a lot of distortion also on the vocals, and it adds a really interesting flavor to it. Okay, I'm very confused. We need to go back a bit because I really like this part. Melody's really good. And then this feels kind of like the B chorus before. But it's not. It's still the pre-chord actually, but it's interesting. Like the pre-chorus could be a B chorus as well if it's like differently arranged, I would say, which is interesting because I think the pre-chorus in the song is very catchy actually. And then back to this part. Okay, I'm curious how this part develops now. Ooh, spicy background vocals. The ooh. Ooh. Ah. This part is very cool. Also feels like they kind of built the entire song around this like main bass riff that they have here. That's also in the intro, that's also in the chorus, and it's also here. Even more distorted bass. Ooh. No, she dropped the camera. What's happening? Was this Shion or was it not Shion? Interesting. Would you like to join the journey? I think this was very interesting. As I said already before, I think the pre-chorus in this song is very catchy for a pre-chorus, if that makes any sense. And the chorus is also very memorable. And it has this very strong contrast, obviously, between the A chorus and the B chorus, because the A chorus is super minimalistic. But then, the B chorus has also a super interesting harmony. And it's not like what you would usually expect from a K-pop chorus in the B chorus. It's like unexpected, which I think makes it kind of cool. So that's the title track. Let's check out the next song, which is called Rising. All right, so on the next song, Rising, we have Door, Olive, Olander, and Pepperoni. Let's have a listen. Did they put a phaser on this? Interesting. Very cool sound design. Ooh. That's very cool chords again. Very dark. Maybe Phrygian, I think. I'm not sure. Could be, but it sounds like it. Ooh. Kind of a classic sort of rock song technique here, but I really like how they emphasize that part there in the top line by sort of cutting out the instrumental. Oh, well, you could consider it being cut out, but obviously it's being played like that. But it's kind of similar to the technique of like when you have a sort of pop song and you cut out a piece to emphasize like a certain rhythm in the instrumental, and then do the same thing in rock music a lot as well, obviously. And here they do the same with the da 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 da, really emphasizing that rhythm at the end of the phrase. Also, obviously creates a really strong contrast between the long notes before and then having these shorter, very strongly emphasized notes. I love the chords. Ooh. Very cool rap section. Ooh, I like that little double there on the 3-2-1 part. It's like very high kind of, and it also sounds like it's very harshly tuned, so it gets that like auto-tune effect, which is something that is very common, especially when you do rap ad-libs, because it just sounds cool, like it's an effect. And here, it emphasizes that part even more. Woo. I'm also a huge fan of like that, how do you say it? Of that like strong contrast between like a rap section and then a melodic part, like the one that we have right here. I think it's super cool. And more distorted vocals. Chords are so cool. And this chorus is super epic. Woo. Is it Phrygian? Ooh. Okay, dropping out. This would be very cool if they perform this song live. This part right here. You definitely don't forget the name of the song here with this outro right here. This is very epic and obviously also kind of fits the title, right? It's rising, so the end is like the highest point of energy. It's we have risen in energy throughout the song, and that is very, very cool. I think this song is super epic. Kind of reminds me, like in terms of chorus, a bit of like Break the Wall kind of. It has like a similar feeling to that one, I would say. But let's check out the next song, which is Shatter. All right, so on Shatter we have Door, Olive, Olander, and Pepperoni. So no big surprises there. Let's check it out.
나의 낙원을 되돌려주소서 나의 자유를 되돌려주소서
Interesting sound. Beep beep. Okay, kick and snare coming in. Ooh, the background vocals are very cool. Okay. Whoa. Whoa, this is so cool actually. Okay, we need to go back. There's a lot to talk about here. So we have this like super ethereal sounding, like pretty like harmonies are there. It's super pretty. It's very, I mean, yeah, it's just pretty. This part right here is super pretty. And then they drop out all of the instruments except the strings and Yoyun's vocals here. And then they have this super like long reverb tail that's also like being slightly distorted at the end there, I think, to increase it in volume. Or maybe it's like a reverb printed to audio and then reversed, so it has that kind of growing effect. And then we're getting hit with this super dry, super sort of compact and punchy part in the song, which is like the perfect contrast. And also distorted. Ooh. Very cool. Doubles as well. And then this is almost like, I mean, it's not a vocal chop, but like this vocal effect here is also really cool. Once again, lots of distortion. It's kind of panning around from the left to the right. It sounds like it's being pitched up a bit from the original like recording. Wonder if we're going back to melodic or not. Woo. So we are going back to melodic. Oops. That is so cool. I love that transition. That fill there is also really cool with the little distorted... I don't know what it is actually. Maybe just guitar? But it's hard to tell with this amount of distortion. Ooh. Like the panning there as well. Epic. Ooh. I love that. I don't know what it is, like choirs, but like some sort of stacked vocal. So epic. Wow, that song is very spicy. That was crazy. I love the song. This might be my favorite song on the album. I mean, we haven't heard the last song yet, but this one might be my favorite song on the album. It's absolutely crazy. I love this final chorus here as well, or I don't know if you want to call it like that, but right here with this, I would call them like choiry chants, which are so epic, super cool. Almost like cinematic in a way. And obviously the contrast, as I said, between this super melodic section and then this heavy, hard-hitting drop with lots of distortion. Very cool. All right, we have reached the final song of this album. It's called We Are Young, and it is written by Dor Kikoi, which is actually a new name, I think. Olive, Olander, and Pepperoni. And I'm losing my voice again. I apologize, but let's have a listen.
Don't cry, tomorrow will be bright.
Ooh, piano.
Don't mind, 뒤돌아보지 마. Because we are young.
Very spacious. Now, from the first 20 seconds, I would assume this is a ballad, but after the last song, I'm not trusting anything anymore. Ooh, it's an EDM ballad. Yes, very EDM. Super pretty melodies though. The epic stadium claps coming in. I had a feeling this would happen. Wondering if there's gonna be a stadium sing-along part. Oh, interesting. I think there's like a vocal like on top of the synth here as well. It's just Interesting. Okay, they're going back to this. Ooh, nice background vocals. Ooh, I like that vocal effect there at the end of the phrase. With the delay throw. Cool. This melody is very pretty right here in the pre-chorus. And then obviously the build up, but A little bit of panning there on the transition effect right there. And vocal chops in the background. Wham, wham, wham. Okay, sing along part. I was waiting for that. I thought it would happen. I think this song will also be very cool when they perform it live, just because of this part right here. And also Shion going crazy. No, it's Sua actually. Both of them? I am confused. Was it Sua or was it Shion, or were it both of them? This is Shion for sure. But is this Shion or is it Sua? I can't tell, but you guys probably can, and I hope you guys will in the comments down below, because I am not sure. But this was the album. This was it. This was VillainS. I gotta say, I think my personal favorite song on this album is probably Shatter, because that one was crazy. But it's a close battle between that one, Rising, and OOTD. We Are Young, not my favorite, but that's just, I personally just don't love this genre a whole lot, so that's just my personal taste. But those three songs, absolute bangers. Love the distortion trend that was also like in the intro already. I've mentioned it before that there seems to be a general sort of distortion trend, also like with like SM songs and stuff like that. But this was different from that. I think this was new in a way, which I think was very refreshing. And then also the chords, like the Phrygian, I think, especially in Rising and also in the title track, I think to some degree, make the harmonies and the melodies very, very spicy. As I said, in the title track, the B chorus, extremely spicy when it comes to harmony. Now, obviously, I can't tell you exactly what harmony it is. I don't have perfect pitch. I can't tell you, unfortunately. But it does sound very spicy to me. And yeah, definitely let me know what your guys' favorite song is in the comments down below. As I said at the start of the video, please go and check out the SerpentIris video we did on Dreamcatcher, or the SerpentIris videos, I should rather say. And see you guys in another video. Goodbye.